Time, enter to learn. Go forth to serve. Let us be on board together as Rotary and Rotaract open opportunities for us all to serve because Rotary connects the world. It's now my honor to declare the online Digital Rotaract Assembly 2021 open. Thank you.
Thank you for the encouraging speech by DG Liu. Definitely in these very unusual times, in this new normal, it gives us an opportunity for all of us to serve at an even higher level, to be the people of action that we always champion about. With this, without further ado, let us all put our hands together for our organizing chairperson himself, Mr. Joshua Tang.
Joshua. Wow. What a invite. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, guests of honor Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Zain Al Abidin, District Governor Liu Cheng Lim, past District Governors PDG Paul, PDG Kiranjit, PDG Siti, incoming District Governor Teo Kwan Sui, District Governor nominee Dato Bindi Rajasegaran, District Governor nominee designate Dr. Krishna, District Secretary for Youth Johnson Pang, District Rotaract Chair Kelvin Koo, District Rotaract Representative Chesto Chin, incoming District Rotaract Representative Lau Li Kun, past District Rotaract Representative Sanjeev, Rotarians, Rotaractors, and guests. A very, very big thank you for all of you for really spending your Saturday attending this digital training. I really hope that all of you guys gain something out of this. That's the main goal for this digital training, okay? So at the end of the day, we hope that you'll gain something valuable and you can bring it back to your club and actually make the best of your incoming term. So once again, I would like to thank you guys all for coming. I would also want to give a shout out or a big thank you to the chairman, PDG Paul, as a trustee for Yayasan Club Rotary Malaysia. Besides that, I would also really like to thank the team because you can only go so far with a person. I would like to thank the training team as well as the incoming exco, all the Rotarians that have helped me out in this event as well for providing guidance. And yeah, I hope all of you guys stay safe, get something out of this 3 days workshops, and be a proud Rotaractor. Thank you.
Okay, once again, a huge thank you and shout out to our organizing chairperson, Joshua Tang, for making this and leading our team to make the first digital Rotaract assembly even possible. And to all of you who are joining us right now, over 100 of you, I think it's really amazing for many of you who are young people who are working, who some of us even texted us, they are just waking up. Thank you once again for all of you for joining us in this morning. And for those of your friends who are still coming in, make sure you send them the Zoom link so that they can join us and participate in this historic moment. So coming up next will be our address by none other than our incoming District Rotaract representative. So please put your hands together for Lau Li Kun.
Thanks my background. Thanks for my background. Yep. OC DRA and Joshua, guest of honor Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Zain, DG Leo, PDG Paul, PDG Kiranjit, PDG Siti, incoming DG Teo, DGN Dato Binti, DGND Dr. Krishna, District Secretary for Youth Johnson Pang, DRC Kelvin Koo, DRR Chester Chin, PDR Sanjeev, current, past, future Rotary and Rotaract leaders and guests. A very good morning to all of you and welcome to the virtual launch of the District Rotaract Assembly, aka the Digital Rotaract Assembly. This is indeed a very revolutionary and unprecedented move in the history of District 3300. It is very sad that we have to call off the DRA originally scheduled to be held on 25th April due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Nevertheless, our district training team led by Joshua has decided to improvise from the traditional training method and specially plan a series of training modules and workshops for all of you to ensure that you, the future leaders of Rotaract, are well equipped with the knowledge and skill to take office on 1st July. The district training team has been working very hard to put all this together for you. So I hope that you will be actively participate in each of the workshops, gain new knowledge and skills, and be inspired at the end of the training. Rotary Open Opportunities is the theme set by RI President Holger Neck for the term 2021. It emphasizes the endless opportunities created by the Rotary family, which includes Rotaract, opportunities for the members to lead, to put service ideas into action, and make lifelong connection. I believe that everything we do opens up to other opportunities for people who need our help and for us to learn along the Rotaract journey. In line with the RI team, I have two main simple goals in the upcoming term: collaboration and service. I understand in the first 6 months of the upcoming term, clubs might not be able to organize events or service projects that involve mass gathering. So this is important to safeguard the health and safety of our members. In this regard, I would encourage more collaboration with other Rotaract clubs or Rotary clubs. With that, we focus on the quality instead of quantity of the projects. And by doing so, we can maintain the fellowship and enhance bond among fellow Rotaractors and Rotarians. Secondly, the focus of the district in ComServe is the Orang Asli community. The proposed plan is to engage EPIC to provide a shelter for them by building a home from scratch. The alternative plan is to adopt an Orang Asli village. All clubs are also encouraged to play an active role in the district service project. My objective is pretty straightforward. It's to have a family of Rotaract and Rotary working together to give back to the community, which is in line with the Rotaract Ultimate Objective Fellowship through service. Definitely, I will not be able to achieve any of the goal without a team of the passionate Rotaractors. So let me proudly introduce the Rotaract District Exco for the Rotary year 2021. We have District Secretary, the small but mighty Melody Tang from REC Ampang. District Treasurer, although he might be new to this post, he has the courage to take up the challenge and passion to learn. Long Fu from REC Kelana Jaya. District Trainers, he always wants to be an inspiration to others, has many ideas and eager to put that into action. Joshua Tang from REC Ampang, together with his Avengers training team, consists of Sashi from REC APU, Thomas REC Pudu, Derek REC Ampang, and Terence REC Bukit Bintang. They dedicated so much of their time and effort to make this event a successful one. Thanks to them. District Community Service Director, Kelvin Kui from REC KJ. He always has the best idea to serve the community, and Jasmine Chu from REC APU, who has every detail nicely planned. And next we have District International Service Director. She has high pitch and loud voice, dreamed to be a tour guide and physically short in person. Hui Ting Chong from REC Ampang. And the next one, she has soft and sweet voice, dreamed to be an IS director and tall in person. We have Wong Ki from REC Pudu. We also have District Public Image Director. She is a tech-savvy person and a social influencer to be, Melissa Call from REC ATC. Last but not least, we have District Resolution and Awards Nomination Chair. She's a responsible leader and a reliable friend, DRA Chester Chin. So that's some of my Rotaract District Exco for the next term. So in any event, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude. Before that, many of you actually asked why would I take up the challenge and submit for DRR at the very first place. Well, coming to this decision is never been an easy one. It is always the passion for Rotaract, and I guess it's the courage to take up the first step. So I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to the following person. To my two pillars of strengths in Rotaract, Hui Ting and Cheng Cheng, who have been through all the ups and downs in life and Rotaract with me, and so they have no choice now but to support me. So to the good friends I met in Rotaract, we have Shirley, JJ, Sher, Chester, Waisang, Wonki, Kelvin Kui, and many more for the meaningful experience we shared. To my REC Ampang family, Melody, Jung, to Anne, Joshua, Jaden, Derek, and the rest. To my Rotaract mentors, Stephen, Sokmei, Chui, Siu Ping, James, CK, Sanjeev, Tim, Hugo, for all the honors and kind advices. To Rotary Club of Ampang for the constant support along my Rotaract journey. To all the Rotary leaders who guide me along the way, and the line lagi. Yeah, so if I'm going to list out all the names, then it will take hours, okay? So lastly, congratulations to all the district officers as well as the board of directors of the clubs, and welcome on board for the term 2021. With great power comes great responsibility. So despite the year ahead of us is full of challenges and uncertainties, I believe that we are courageous enough to take the lead and be the change. Last resort, you still have the Rotaract District and Rotary District behind you. I'm very excited and looking forward to working with all the Rotaract and Rotary leaders of the district and the club in the upcoming terms. And I can't wait for endless opportunities that we can all create in the name of Rotaract. Always remember that no act of service is too small, too big or too small, so long as it means something to the people who need our help. So I was once inspired by many awesome people in Rotaract, and I hope myself and you can be someone's inspirations someday. And I hope you will enjoy Rotaract as much as I do. With that, I wish all of you all the best in your Rotaract journey. Stay safe, stay healthy, and happy Rotaracting. Thank you.
Okay, a very inspiring and timely speech by our IDRR, Likun. As she has highlighted, right? We have came so far is because we all did it together. I think it's a great speech. It's a speech of gratitude. And it's a speech that is supposed to bring us all together for the next term. And I love that she actually highlighted our theme, right? Rotary Open Opportunities, which has never been more true than now. If before this, our district Rotaract assembly can only cater to a limited number of packs due to the location, the date, and even the fees. But due to this current pandemic, I think it has opened a lot of new opportunities for Rotaract. Just look at the attendance that we have today, 124 participants on a Saturday morning, unrestricted by location. And all of you are able to watch this at the comfort of your home and your office. And in this period, I can see in our district, a lot more club members are reaching out to each other. Indeed, I look forward to your term, IDRR, Likun. I think it will be a great one and a lot more opportunities we can discover. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, upcoming we have a special address by our incoming district governor, Teo Kwan Sui. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for IDG Teo.
Thank you, Terence. OC Chair Joshua, Guest of Honor Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Zain, District Governor Liu Ching Lim, Vice Governor and Chairman of Yayasan Club Rotary Malaysia, PRG Dr. Paul Lee, PRG Council Chair Siti Spider, incoming Rotaract Convener Datu Pinti, District Rotaract Representative Chester Chin, District Rotaract Representative-elect Lee Kun, my dear Rotaractors, fellow Rotarians and friends. A very good morning to all of you. I'm indeed excited to see so many of you here at this virtual 2020 District Rotaract Assembly. District Rotaract Assembly, as we all know, is an annual leadership training event for all Rotaract Club's incoming presidents and board of directors. It offers training on a variety of subjects to prepare you to be effective leaders or future leaders, whether you are the incoming officers, directors, committee chairs, or ordinary members of your club. The 2020 District Rotaract Assembly is not only tailored to enable you to learn and to keep abreast with the latest updates and changes introduced by Rotary International in recent years. It offers you a great platform an opportunity to share and exchange ideas and experiences with each other, as well as an opportunity to connect for bonding and fellowship. Now, Rotary Year 2020-21 will be a historic and watershed year for Rotaractors. The status of Rotaract, which is a youth program under the umbrella of Rotary, will be elevated to a membership tab of Rotary International with effect from 1st July 2020. Now, though RI has removed the upper age limit for members of Rotaract, however, the Joint Task Force comprising Rotarians and Rotaractors is of the opinion that an upper age limit of 40 is desired for a district. The elevation of the Rotaract status comes with many far-reaching policy changes. Now, in view of the many changes, the district has set up a Rotaract committee to work out on all the policy matters, as well as to see to the eventual integration of Rotary and Rotaract in the district. In fact, tomorrow, we are going to have the first meeting, the Rotaract committee. Now, following the elevation of the status of Rotaract, we must be prepared to accept changes in the goals of Rotaract going forward. Such changes have already been reflected in the training for Rotaractors at the RI Assembly, where the training modules have been made symmetrical with that of the district governors-elects. District Rotaract representatives were taken through training sessions involving growing Rotary by examining the various membership tabs, the club models, promoting Rotary, leading change, planning for actions, taking into consideration the vision and the strategic priorities that RI has set for the next 5 years. Now, Rotary's vision is together we see a world where people connect and take action to create lasting change across the group, in our communities, and in ourselves. The 4 strategic priorities in support of the vision are to increase our impact, how we work on it, expand our reach, enhance participant engagement, and increase our ability to adapt. My top priority for 2020-21 is to grow Rotary in District 3300. We need to think big, think bold, and be adaptable to the fast-changing world in order to grow. I'm setting a very bold membership target at 2005 for Rotary Year for Rotary clubs, and I expect Rotaract to also achieve a growth of 30% at least by end of 2020-21. Now, allow me now to share with you 2020-21 RI President Hooker Connect's theme for his year. Now, in his announcement, he said, and I quote, "Rotary is not just a club to join, it is an invitation to endless opportunities. Therefore, the theme for our year, Rotary opens opportunities. You are here today because of Rotary. It gives you the opportunity to improve your leadership skills, opportunity for your personal development, and an opportunity for you to serve the community in need. As Rotaractors, I urge you to embrace and exemplify the core values of Rotary at all times: fellowship, diversity, integrity, service, and leadership. As a matter of fact, it is my ardent hope to see the eventual transpositioning of Rotaractors into Rotarians, to continue with your inspiration to serve and lead the change. Based on the statistics, I think only about 5% of the Rotaractors joined Rotary after their retirement as a Rotaractor. It is sad, isn't it? Lastly, my heartiest congratulations to the organizing committee for their resourcefulness in adapting and adopting a new training approach and methodology in a virtual format. I wish you great success in your district Rotaract Assembly. Happy learning and have a great and fulfilling year ahead. Thank you.
Thank you to IDG, KS2. I think as always, his speech is one that I always look forward to because it's always filled with insights and updates about what to expect in the coming term, the coming quarter. So for us Rotaractors, right, I think this is really an invitation. This is a call to action for us to serve at a higher level in this coming term as Rotary Open Opportunities. So for once again, for our 125 participants right now that is watching this, have you get all your members on board, right? Make sure you share with them this Zoom link. And for all of you, I hope all of you could give a really welcoming applause for our next guest of honor that is going to deliver his address. Because coming up next, we will have Yang Amat Mulia Tunku Zain Al Abidin Ibni Tuanku Muris. With this, let's just give our loudest, thunderous round of applause to our guest of honor. Tunku, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. I can hear your screams through the muted microphones. So thank you, Terence, and good morning, everyone. Joshua and the team, Lee Kun and your team, DG, PDGs, my fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors. I think I can say good morning because I think everyone is physically in District 3300. One of the common mistakes in our COVID world is that you have to be very mindful of the time zones in online meetings. And to Muslims out there, I want to say Selamat Hari Raya. I hope you were able to celebrate and see your immediate family, if not able to see, your other relatives and friends at open houses. And no doubt, many precedents have been set in recent weeks. Organizations, businesses, families, individuals have all had to find new ways of doing things. And for many industries, one powerful meme was very pertinent. It asked, who is driving your digital transformation? And the available options were, it's a multiple choice, CEO, COO, CTO, or COVID-19. So it seems appropriate that for the first time, I'm interacting with Rotaractors digitally. And looking at its history, Rotary has always adapted to changing social and technological circumstances. And the challenge today, as Lee Kun rightly pointed out earlier, is how to best be of service to society while maintaining the fellowship that we as a community cherish. And I know that throughout the last few weeks, many individuals have helped to cook and distribute food to the needy. Many of my friends in the performing arts, so musicians and actors and other performers, they have been, they were the first hit actually, because no crowds, right? So they couldn't perform in theaters, on stage. So they've adapted by performing online. But obviously, monetizing that is a challenge. So I think that's one of the lessons I've learned, right? In the last 2.5 months, not everyone has been able to adapt to the new normal as easily as others, right? Many people have lost their livelihoods. It's not just the temporary workers and those with low-paying jobs. I personally know, and maybe some of you, I'm sure you know, some entrepreneurs who, they've spent their whole life savings to start a business, and then, MCO happens, COVID happens, and they're unable to operate, and they see their dreams really badly damaged. And we have to be mindful, of course, that communities which have long been disadvantaged also need extra help during this time. So I'm very happy to hear from Lee Kun that targeting help to the Orang Asli is a priority for your term. So good luck with that, and I hope to be able to assist in any way I can to make that a reality. At my think tank, Ideas, we have been evaluating how public policy solutions that empower individuals, communities, businesses to get back on their feet through a combination of incentives, stimuli, and trusting people to work together to get through this crisis. And in this regard, I'm pleased to note the changes to Rotaract that are taking place, which will streamline what I think is already de facto strong cooperation between Rotarians and Rotaractors. And in particular, the abolition of the upper age limit means I am no longer too old to be your patron. So there we are. And it's a role I'm proud of. I know the contributions of the Rotary community have always had a strong and positive impact on those that it reaches. Of course, my father was involved in Rotary for many years, and my mother through In a Wheel. And those are connections they still have with Rotary clubs in Seremban and Senawang. So I'm very happy to be associated with Rotary and the Rotaract community. So I'd like to congratulate Joshua, Lee Kun, the whole team on making this DRA possible. And I wish all of you a productive and meaningful assembly for the next 3 days and a very successful term ahead. Thank you. And I hope to see you all very soon after the lifting of the MCO. Good luck.
Once again, a big thank you to our royal patron, Tunku Zain. I think it is a very educational speech regarding how we should adapt to these times, how we should remain resilient, how we should still keep up our service in these challenging times. So without further ado, up and coming, it will be the roll call for our fellow Rotarians and Rotaractors that are present with us today, right now at the count of 127. Okay, before we do this, okay, just for a quick idea about what to do, right? So when we shout out your club name, right, make sure you click the reaction button that you have at the bottom of the screen. You can put a thumbs up, you can put a clap, so that we all know that you are here. And for those of you who are watching, do know that this whole session is actually being recorded. So do give your best response, your most energetic response, so that all of you will look really good on camera, right? Okay, so first and foremost, let's give it up to Rotary Club of Bukit Bintang. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay, and next up would be Rotary Club of Central Damansara. Welcome, welcome. Thank you. Rotary Club of Damansara Heights.
Yay!
Yes, that's the spirit, man. Yeah, you can unmute your mic. You can give us a shout out. Let us know that you are here, right? Because I'm only seeing all these highlighted screens, right? Let us know that you are here. Rotary Club of Greentown. Are you here, Greentown?
Yes, yes, I'm here.
That's more like, I know it's early, but it's time to wake up our spirits before we have a power-packed training for the rest of the day. So up next and coming, we have the Rotary Club of Kelana Jaya. Kelana Jaya, are you here?
Yay!
Yes.
Hey.
Yes, that's the spirit that we want to see. Rotary Club of KLCC.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apa ni West Johnson Pang?
Morning, guys.
Rotary Club of
Yeah.
Melawati. Come on, let's do better. Let's do better. Where is Melawati? Rotary Club of Melawati? I must be
Dr.
too
Krishna, mana you?
early. Dr. Krishna? Rotary Club of Pudu. Any Pudu
Yeah.
represent? Yes. Rotary Club of Tampin.
Hampir mari.
Tapin Mari.
Thank you for joining us, guys. All in the early morning. Okay, we still have a few more to go, right? Rotary Club of TP Wangsa.
Yay!
Wangsa, you in the house?
Wangsa!
Serempan.
Rotary Club of Ampang.
Yay!
Yes. Oh, good to see the two Rotaractors
Cheerleaders.
behind Lee Kun is like really
Cheerleaders.
cheerleading there. That's great, man. That's great. Really participating. Rotary Club of Petaling Jaya. Petaling Jaya, PJ, are you here?
Wow, there you are, PJ.
Thank you to all the Rotarians that joined us this morning. It's really gracious of you to join us, young Rotaractors. And of course, to our Yang Amat Mulia, Tunku Zain, thank you for joining us as well.
Thank you,
So-
Tunku.
Yes, thank you, Tunku. So make sure all of you are
true.
still on board, you're still right here, because we have not finished our roll call, right? And yeah, we're going to get like maybe a group Zoom fee. I think I just learned this term from yesterday night with our Rotarian Terrence. Zoom fee, right? So we are going to do one later. Okay, so let us look at the Rotaract clubs. All these young people that are with us right now.
We are equally young.
Yeah, hold on. Did we miss out any Rotary clubs?
Who's that?
Did we miss out any Rotary clubs? If we did, maybe you guys can mention your own clubs right now.
And straight.
Rotary Club of
Puchong
Penang
Centennial.
Trades.
Puchong Centennial.
Puchong Centennial. Please give a...
Puchong Centennial.
Yeah.
Your host, man. Your host.
Thank you. Welcome, welcome.
I should say also that I'm an honorary member of Pantai Valley.
Oh,
Yay!
Valley.
Pantai Valley.
Ipoh South, Chris, Ipoh Mali.
Ipoh Mari is
Ipoh Mari.
Alosta.
Ah,
Wow.
Also,
Wow, good.
Rotary Alosta.
P.
Wow. Sungai Petani cheating, you're calling from the car.
Yep. Tak dapat dah
Hi, Bernard.
Yay, Sungai Petani here.
Yeah, SP, the greatest city.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Is that all the Rotary clubs? Okay. Without further ado, yeah, I'll pass it back to you, Terence.
Thank you, OC Joshua. I think it's really great to see everyone, right, from all around the district. Even those that are watching this from your very own car. Thank you for joining us. Okay, Rotaract clubs, right? You have all seen how passionate the Rotarians are. So as young people, Rotaractors, you have to put on an even better show, don't you think so? Okay, let us test this out, right? Okay, let us start with Rotaract Club of Ames University. We are still not feeling it. Rotaract Club of Ampang, can you do better?
Wow.
The cheerleaders, right? I don't think it's very hard to up that. Rotaract Club of Asia Pacific University, APU. APU, are you in the house?
APU.
Jay.
Apu.
Rotaract Club of Advanced Tertiary College, ATC. Rotaract Club of Bangsa. Bangsa?
Actually,
It's okay, we clap for you.
San Vito.
Rotaract Club of Bukit Bintang.
Oh,
I have to clap for myself, right?
Yay!
Yes, Raven, our incoming president.
Yeah, see you all soon.
Yes, welcome. Good to have you here. Rotaract Club of Bukit Kiara Sunrise. Rotaract Club of Help University. Help us out. Give us a hand, man.
Morning.
morning.
Rotaract Club of Kelana Jaya.
Yes.
Rotaract Club of Klang Central. Klang Central in the house? Yes. Welcome, Rakesh. Rotaract Club of Manipur International University.
Yes,
Yes. Yes, welcome. Thank you for joining us, brother. Somik. Rotaract Club of Nottingham University. Nottingham?
Nottingham.
Nottingham.
Yeah, nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, sponsor club.
Sponsor Club. Welcome. Well, really passionate putting the whole poster as the background. That's good. That's a good start for the morning. Rotaract Club of Pantai Valley. Of course, definitely here. Rotaract Club of Petaling Jaya, PJ.
PJ.
PJ, yes.
Let's go, PJ. Let's go, PJ.
Rotaract Club of Pudu. Pudu, Chester, yes.
Pudu is awesome.
Very early, already here. Rotaract Club of Quest University. Quest. Alright. Yes, that's the spirit that we want. Okay, again, another dear club of mine, Rotaract Club of Segi Kuala Lumpur. Segi.
Yes, Segi.
Alvinda, our great dancer.
Thank you.
Wow, our dear Bao has been dancing in every other event in the district.
Yeah.
Good to have you. We will have you more in the future, definitely. And Shah, yes.
Sure, definitely.
Rotaract Club of Central College Penang. Penang, all the way from Penang.
Indian.
Yeah. Melody. Rotaract Club of Sunway University. Sunway in the house. Can we have Sunway? Yeah. Rotaract Club of Tanjung Bunga. Tanjung Bunga, are you here? I hear pink. Tanjung Bunga. Okay. I have Rotaract Club of Taylor's Lakeside. Taylor's. Taylor's. Yeah, Dragon.
very good speakers.
Hey, notice me, Nikun. Notice me.
Oh, JJ.
Membership. Rotaract Club of University Technology Petronas. UTP. UTP. Are you here, UTP?
Yay. Oh no, ex-UTP.
Rotaract Club of Xiamen University. Xiamen, you?
Yay.
Gold.
Okay, and we have two clubs that joined us this morning that is actually not from this district. So they have taken the initiative. They are so passionate about Rotaract, about our fellowship, that they make it a point to join us in this morning, right? The Digital Rotaract Assembly launch. So with this, there are two clubs on my list, right? These special guests that we have today. So I want to make sure that all of us give them the loudest, the most thunderous, the most welcoming applause of all time, right, for this morning. Okay, so first and foremost, we have the Rotaract Club of Heidelberg District 1860 all the way from Germany. Heidelberg. I hope my German pronunciation is accurate for the morning. And of course, we have one more club, right? Which is the Rotaract Club of Surat East, District 3060, all the way from India. Thank you for joining us. Please give them a round of applause. So as we can see, this morning is a very eventful event. And just to make sure we didn't miss out anyone, are there any Rotaract clubs that we have yet to mention? You may introduce yourself. Anyone?
Penang.
Nope. We are clear? Good. Great. Okay.
Penang.
Okay,
Notice me, notice me.
Right now, we have 130 participants at 10:18 a.m. morning. So please give all of you a grand round of applause, right? Thank you for making it this morning to the launch of DRA. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Okay, I think I received a message. There is actually more guests, right?
Yes, one more.
Okay, there is one more. Okay. So this is from quite far away as well. Right, give it to Kelvin from Rotaract Club of Kawasaki Daishi, District 2590, Japan. Thank you for joining us. Okay, so back to you, OC Joshua. Are we going to have like a selfie or something, a screenshot?
I'm not quite sure if you can do that with this many people though, but all right. Everybody, you guys can just switch on your cameras. I'm gonna take screenshots of each screen, all right? Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Next round, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And two more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's it. I will send the pictures in the page later. Yep.
Okay, with this, thank you, OC Joshua. Thank you to fellow Rotarians. Thank you to Tunku. Thank you to our fellow Rotaractors for joining us this morning. And for all of you that are here, do note that our next workshop on Rotaract 101 will begin like really soon, right after this. So do grab your drink, do grab your coffee, do grab your breakfast, and sit right back at where you are, because you do not want to miss out in about 5 minutes on Rotaract 101, why join a service organization, by none other than our IDRR, Lee Kun, and our DRC, Kelvin Koo. So with this, once again, a huge thank you to our Yang Amat Mulia, Tunku Zain Al-Abidin, our district governor, Liu Cheng Lim, our past district governors, our incoming DG, KSQ, our district governor nominee, our fellow Rotarians, and Rotaractors. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, I think we have marked the launch of our first ever digital Rotaract assembly. Thank you everyone for joining us.
Thank you. All right. So good morning, everyone. I will be the moderator for the upcoming session, Rotaract 101. Let us begin in 2 minutes, all right? You guys can go grab your coffee, and then we'll start very shortly. Okay, is everybody ready? Let us move on to our first training workshop for the digital Rotaract assembly. Lee Kun and DRC Kelvin, are you two ready? All right.
Yep.
And, all right, DRC Kelvin.
Yes, ready when you are.
All right, okay. So give me a second. Okay, let's begin. A very good morning to all of you guys. How are you guys feeling this morning? I hope you guys are okay for a Saturday morning joining us for this workshop. My name is Joshua, the incoming Rotaract district trainer, as well as the district Rotaract representative nominee, and welcome to Rotaract 101. Okay, before we begin, I'd like to remind everyone that you guys are all muted by default. So if you have any questions, please try not to unmute yourself, but send a message in the message box, and I'll compile and ask our speakers at the end of the session. So before we begin, I'd like to give a short introduction of our speakers for this session. First up, we have our IDRR Lee Kun. Please give her a round of applause, guys. All right. So, incoming District Rotaract Representative Lau Lee Kun from Rotaract Club of Ampang. She is the Development Director of Rotaract Club of Ampang as well, and she was a past president of Rotaract Club of ATC. She has held multiple positions in the Rotaract District as well, such as District Secretary and District International Service Director. In her 8 years in Rotaract, she was involved in organizing 4 District Rotaract conferences. 4. All right. IDRR Lee Kun's profession is a legal associate specializing in the practice of intellectual property. Please give another round of applause. If you guys can't do that, you guys can just click on the icon. All right. And next up, we have a very special guest joining us in our Rotaract 101 workshop, and he is our District Rotaract Chairman, Kelvin Khoo. So, Kelvin was a charter member of the Rotaract Club of Inti College Subang Jaya, past president of the Rotaract Club of Gombak, member of the Rotaract Club of Subang, and a past district Rotaract representative for the Rotaract District 3300. He is also the vice chair of the Asia Pacific Rotaract Committee for the Rotary year 2018 and 2019. Taking advantage of Rotary International's dual membership system, Kelvin is also the charter member of the Rotary Club of Damansara Heights. For the Rotary year 2019-2020, Kelvin is the District Rotaract Chairman for the Rotary District 3300 Malaysia. Kelvin is also the founder and organizing chairperson of Project 10 for 1 kg, a project that has raised to 8,000 ringgit for the Myanmar school refugees and another 8,000 ringgit for the victims of the recent Nepal earthquake. Apart from running projects locally, Kelvin has also been invited to speak at multiple Asia Pacific regional Rotaract conferences in Kyoto, in Phuket, and also in Manila. Kelvin is a lawyer by profession and is currently the managing partner at Thanes, Koo, and Paul Raj, better known as TKP Law, a legal 500 firm. Kelvin has a Master of Laws with merit, specializing in international business law, and he is also a member of the Malaysian Institute of Arbitration. All right, so that is a short introduction of our speakers today. And what are we up to today? I think most of you guys joined this session because you guys are probably new, and you guys are, or maybe you guys are experienced, but are hoping to understand what's new with Rotaract. Correct? So let me just start off by asking our speakers a little bit of question, like, what is Rotaract? You good?
Hi, thank you Joshua for the introduction, and I'm very, very honored to be here sharing my Rotaract journey and experience with all of you. So what is Rotaract? Rotaract brings together people from the age of 18 to 30 to exchange ideas with leaders in the community, develop leadership and professional skill, and at the same time have fun through service. As some of you might not know, Rotaract comes from the word Rotary in actions. So in community worldwide, Rotary and Rotaract members often work side by side to take action through service and provide innovative solutions to the world's most pressing challenges. A very good example can be seen in the recent project called ROF, Rotaract Online Festival, where our Rotaract District partnered with the Rotary District COVID-19 Emergency Relief Fund to fundraise for the Orang Asli community. And together we managed to raise approximately 20K in total. So kudos to the committee. And next, a little bit background of our Rotaract District 3300 comprises of clubs from Perlis, Kedah, Penang, Pahang, Terengganu, Perak, Negeri Sembilan, and Selangor. Whereas the other Malaysian states such as Sabah, Sarawak, Johor, Melaka, together with Singapore and Brunei, they form our neighboring district called 3310. And we also have our sister district for 20 years Now it's District 3501 from Taiwan. And today our district has 36 clubs, 18 institutional-based clubs, and 17 community-based clubs. And we have close to 1,000 members in District 3300 and 250,000 worldwide. And to echo with what I've mentioned in the opening ceremony, in the upcoming term starting from 1st July 2020, I strongly believe that Rotaract, being part of the big family of RI, Rotary International, will have endless opportunities to the Rotaractors to serve, to lead, and to have fun. In line with the new RI team, Rotary's open opportunities. And I hope this information have given you a very basic idea of what is Rotaract. Thank you.
What about you, Kelvin? Like maybe you can share with us like what is the Rotary movement? Yeah.
Hi, morning everyone. What is Rotaract? I'll be very honest, I just woke up 45 minutes ago. So I'm still pretty sleepy. But this is Rotaract to me. The fact that it made me wake up 8:30 on a Saturday morning. The fact that I come online knowing that everyone is worried about the pandemic and still are willing to be here. I mean, we've got people like Paul, Theo, Sanjeev, and all of us, we can mention of the names, to just be with us, 117 of us now. That is Rotaract to me. I grew up having a constant problem, which is not having enough friends. So coming to Rotaract, I then realized friendship is one of the most important values that we cherish. Until today, after being in the Rotary family for 17 years, since my Interact days, we often feel that the closeness that Rotaractors have with one another, that brings me back. And then to me, that is what Rotaract is to me. Apart from the service, of course, when you help people, you go out, you know, do good things. I think the togetherness, that is what Rotaract is to me.
All right. Okay. But okay, so you were talking about the togetherness of Rotaract, correct? So how was your journey like when you first started Rotaract, like if I may ask?
Well, when I first started, I remember very clearly, it was the 2007 APRC. The first time was in Malacca, in Malaysia, and I don't know why, I don't know how, I got involved in the group that was organizing it. And there was a time was very funny because I would get calls at 10 p.m. in the evening, right? And the call will go something like, hey, I'm in front of your house, we need to have a meeting, I'm picking you up, come down now. Now that time I was only what, 18, 19, I think. And in my age, back in those days, although you're 18, 19, going out is a problem. You don't get to just walk out the house. So that was one of those fond memories I have. You then go with them, you sit in a small table in McDonald's and you start talking about how to plan the next, the next event, and also APRC at the time. Then we joined a club, was Gombak when we started, we went along. I left Rotaract for 2 or 3 years, then I come back. And what's amazing is, even having left Rotaract at that point in time, when I came back, friends that I've met 5, 6 years ago would still call me a friend, would still call me a brother, would still come out and yes, have mama sessions with me when I have personal problems, like what Sanjeev had just nicely shared in the group chat for everyone to see, which was meant to be private. But yes, that is my journey so far. And being able as well, I mean, being 32 in this day and age, it's not easy to just come and see all of you and say, hey, I'm 32, you are 22, the 10 years difference, but we don't feel that here, right? Paul is almost 80, there. Paul is almost 80, and yet we can still, so that is that journey I have. So I really hope that after all this, all of us can actually bring that back, and really enjoy what Rotaract really means. Yeah, this is what I've said.
That was a pretty good answer. I think I'm pretty sure most of us actually joined Rotaract mainly because of the fellowship. Out of all the 116 participants, right? Can I just get a show of hands, like who is new to Rotaract? Like they have never heard of Rotaract and they're actually here for the first time. Is there anybody? Oh, okay, I see. The president of Rotaract Club of KJ is actually pretty new to Rotaract. Ah, I see. Okay. Yeah. So let's move on then. To Crystal Lim. All right, Crystal Lim is new to Rotaract. Okay, cool. Yeah. So going back to what Kelvin mentioned previously, maybe let's view it from a different angle for those that are already in Rotaract. Like, what makes Rotaract stand out more than other NGOs? You know, it's like a question that I've always asked myself, like, why Rotaract? But you know, I'm still in it. So maybe Likun, you can give us a little bit more on like why Rotaract stands out and how is Rotaract different from other NGOs?
Okay. Speaking of NGOs, I first come to my mind, it could be WWF, Kechara Soup Kitchen, World Vision, and if you follow our Rotaract District Facebook page recently, you might get to know EPIC, which focuses on the welfare of orang asli. So, but in my opinion, what makes Rotaract stand out more than the other NGOs is the 4 service avenues that are being offered to the Rotaractors. And what are the 4 avenues? Maybe just now you saw the 2 pillars of strengths of mine, right? So maybe can I ask Hui Ting to share like what are the 4 avenues and what is your favorite one, Hui Ting?
So is she gonna come over and take over your headphones?
No, I'm here.
She's awesome. Yeah.
You mean for one of the 4 service avenues? I think I would probably say. Sorry. So for 4 avenues: professional development, international service, ComServe, and also club service. So these 4 means I feel it's interrelated, but if you would ask me to choose, I would definitely say club service because it involves a lot of fellowships and we focus on fellowships between the members. And as you all know, like I'm from Ampang, so this term we actually look into bond to bond. So bonding between the members is very important. And it's like the first step before you can do everything together. Bonding, fellowship is the first thing that we need to have in our club and in our organization. So yeah, I had a lot of fun doing club service, and this is my club service director. Yay! So we have a lot of fun activities together throughout the years, and this is also, as you could say, we are also joined here for quite some time. So fellowship is one of the reasons I would like to stay in Rotaract as well. Yeah, so that's all. Yeah, yay.
What about?
I'm finished.
She's just beside you.
Oh, me. Okay.
A little bit like you.
I think like what Hui Ting has mentioned, because most of the 4 avenues are actually interrelated. To be honest, if I would choose, I would choose a club service as well. Because by having a very good, strong club service and fellowship and a bond between members, it actually helps in the remaining 3 avenues. With the bond that we have, it will keep you going, no matter whether in community service, in professional development, and international service. It is this bond and this fellowship that keeps us strong in Rotaract itself. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks. Likun?
They basically sum up what Rotaract stand out more than the others. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Maybe we can get one other person to share about their Rotaract journey. Like just now, previously, DRC Kelvin has shared his journey on how he actually joined Rotaract. Maybe can I get somebody from the participants list? Terrence? Maybe you'd like to share a little bit about how your Rotaract journey began?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think this is like my 8th year in Rotaract.
Wow.
Last year is is when we chartered our second club. So I think it has been a great opportunity for me to see to charter the first club 8 years ago, and then charter another one last year, and to actually see how the relationship actually grew over time. I think we heard a lot about fellowship just now. I think it's very true, and even more true when we started to charter our second club last year, because a couple of members that joined us in our community club. Our first club is Segi KL, which is actually institutional based. And last year we have Bukit Bintang, which is actually community based. So to actually see the members that are with me when we charter our first club, to actually come back, all of them are working now, to actually come back and join us in our community club, I think it's something that shows how strong the bond must have been for them to come back all the way. And the more remarkable things is that I think I probably have 2 or 3 members that are currently working with Rotarians themselves, that they met 6, 7 years ago, right? So we can see how strong is this Rotary family, and why they believe in it so much. So which brings us to why our club, Rotary Club of Bukit Bintang, we actually sum up we did a lot of brainstorming, right? How we can make our club different, what must we do better, how to take this to the next level. And we really sum it down to 3 core values for our club, which is family, service, and impact. So for family, we kind of have this unofficial thing, but we call each other everyone is like brothers and sisters already, because they have been with us right from the beginning. And when the club, there is one point about 4 years ago, when our first club, the college one, we kind of lost the whole committee, the whole board of directors. We lost everyone, right? And to see these members that are working to come back, they are not even in the college anymore, but they're willing to come back to help us rebuild. So it's really something special. So yeah, that would be my sharing. Joshua.
Nice, good sharing. So you mentioned something about a community-based club and also an institutional-based club, right?
Yes.
So what's the difference as a outsider, somebody that's new to Rotaract,
I think the
is it just if I'm
Yes, institution-based and community-based, right? The selling point is very different. When we started our college or institution-based club, I remember the first year, I think with some of our newer clubs that just joined us in our district as well, I think we probably have over 100 members. Of course, as we all know, there is no such thing as 100 active members, right? But we did able to get such a record number back in the days. So what happens is that when we go to community service, and especially right now when I saw in the chat room, right, they are talking about the age limit being moved up. I think what will change is the reason why people join our Rotaract Club will definitely change. For someone in the college, they maybe join because their friends are in it, because they're free, because they have to spend time at college, because their college needs them to join something. However, if someone is no longer in college, in a community-based club, right? Remember that we are actually a service organization. There is no financial incentive whatsoever. So I think, yeah, that's why I believe this is, I think in a lot of training sessions, they mentioned about how Rotaract is a good training ground. I really believe so, because there is no better way to test your leadership and to test your ability to influence, to rally support for a cause better than in a non-profit organization. Because there is no strings attached, right? There is no incentive whatsoever for you. I mean, once you're out from college, you probably don't even care whether you get a cert or get an award. If you get it, it's a bonus. And you don't even get pay as well. So when your president or your director actually told you to do something or call you, come join us for this DRA, it really boils down to how well you frame the why for your club, the unique selling proposition for your club. It really boils down to, are your fellowship and bonding really that strong? So I think that is the real challenge for community clubs. And when they raise this age limit, I think what we will foresee is that the needs of someone who is just after college when they are I don't know, man, like 22, 25, is very different from someone who is 30 or 35. I mean, we have Rotarian Kelvin here as well, right? DRC Kelvin as well. I think the reason why someone joins Rotaract Club will be very different, especially if they are new. They have never joined Rotaract before. There is no fellowship or friendship to fall upon. Why would someone very new join a Rotaract Club? If right now you are basing it on, say, community service or fellowship projects, but for someone who is new, for someone who is 30 or 35, they are probably looking into professional development and things like that. Things that I think Rotaract clubs right now probably has more room for improvements. Yeah, so that's all for my part, Joshua.
Right. Thanks. Maybe since you're coming from a community-based point of view, maybe I can get somebody from a institutional-based point of view on how they started their Rotaract journey. Jasmine, are you on the line?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jasmine, maybe you can introduce yourself and tell us how you started your Rotaract journey.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm Jasmine from Rotaract Club of Asia Pacific University. Currently in my degree second year. So my Rotaract journey has started exactly 3 years ago as a normal member, and now I'm the current vice president of my club. And our friend here, Joshua, was the president of my club during that time when I joined. I think many people join Rotaract for the same reason as me as a uni student, because I was an interactor back in high school. And also, as mentioned by Terence just now, most college kids, they join clubs because their university require them to. And so initially, I just wanted to, explore more because I just started my uni life. And I wanted to know more friends and to do something that's not related to my course at all. That's how I started. And then my Rotaract journey, I can say that it has been a roller coaster ride for me because it's filled with many emotions and many experiences. And I have to say that most of my current close friends now, they are all from Rotaract. So yeah, that's why I stay. Thank you.
All right, thanks for sharing that, Jasmine. Interesting. All right. Maybe I'll put this back to the floor to DRC Calvin and Lee Kun. Like, since you guys have been in Rotaract for so many years, and for DRC Calvin has even moved into Rotary, like, is there any particular Rotaract moment or Rotaract project which you can still remember, while you're in Rotaract? IDRR Lee Kun, maybe you can share a little bit on this.
Actually, there are plenty instances in Rotaract which are quite impactful to me. It can be like when I receive an appreciation card from a kid, when someone say, "I got your back," when I see a team of Rotaractors working together to make a conference successful. So when I get to know Hui Ting and Ching Ching and many more moments. So if I were to pick one, I would say the first project after I joined Rotaract changed my mind towards Rotaract, how Rotaract works and so on. And that it was a hosting of a few of the Rotaractors from Hong Kong. We do still keep in touch until today, even after the hosting. And when I traveled to Hong Kong last year, that was the very first time I met them after the hosting 7 years ago. So, and we still talk. I mean, the best thing is we still talk and we joke like old friends, and that feeling, I think, it echoed back to what Kelvin said in the chat. To me, Rotaract Club, where you met, is where you meet new friends, but the way we interact is like we have been friends for decades. Yeah. So that is like I think friends is the most thing that I gained in Rotaract, and it plays a part in my life to date.
All right, cool. Maybe we can hear from DRC Calvin as well on this. Is that a memorable one? Yeah.
Memorable moment. This is going to be very tough because all moments are memorable. Okay, well, this is going to be quite okay. Don't take this the wrong way, okay? Just don't take this the wrong way. what I will still use as a ballpark, or rather, the ceiling, or rather something which I still remember to now, is the conference in Pangkor in 2008. Most of you would not have been in Rotaract yet, I think. Now, this was a conference we organized in Pangkor Island, 3 days, 2 nights. What actually makes me feel proud being a Rotaractor is that we were partying. Well, Pangkor being an island, and it's party place. We were partying day and night, and we would sleep at 4 in the morning or 5 in the morning. But all of us would get up in whatever attire and dress code that we have to be in, sharp 8 o'clock at the next meeting. Now that to me brings a lot of things. Number one, the fellowship which happens at night. The responsibility and the feeling of ownership that each Rotaractor has. Being a leader, being a member of an organization that you're proud of. You party till the cows come home, but yet you show up every morning professionally, with integrity, and make sure that everything goes well. So if there's anything memorable about Rotaract, that's it. You know your limits, you know what needs to be done, and you do it to the best of your ability. And I really think that's something that all of us, whether you're a Rotaractor or not, you should really instill that in yourself.
Yeah, wow, great answer. Just to add on to what DRC Calvin said about sleeping early, sleeping late, and then waking up the next day to join the event. I'm pretty sure some of the participants here in this Zoom right now will have probably experienced not sleeping at all, Like you just stay up until the next day, and then only after the event you only sleep. I know that's what happened for me. That I was so sleep deprived in most of the district events, and after it ended, I'll go back home, I'll just sleep for like 2 days straight, Forget about dinner. All right, yeah, maybe we can get somebody else to share a little bit about their Rotaract experience and the events that they have found very meaningful. Wei Ching, are you on the line? Maybe you can share a little bit about your memorable experience in Rotaract.
Yes, sure. Hi, morning, everyone. I'm Wei Ching, President-elect for the Rotaract Club of Kelana Jaya, and previously I was in the club of Rotaract ATC. So what was my most memorable project? Then, without a doubt, it's definitely my very first project as a director, which is Unresolved. But before I want to share, I can talk about how great Unresolved is, but it wouldn't make any sense. And instead, I want to share something which is more relatable to everyone here. And for me to do so, I need to turn back time just a little to when I first actually started my Rotaract journey. I was under the leadership of Kelvin Quay under International Service Avenue, who kept pushing me, nagging me, private messaging me in the middle of the night to be more active. And well, at that time, I was very much reluctant to do so because I was the only second year there. Everyone was older than me. My friends didn't want to join, my classmates didn't want to join. I have no idea why, but I'm still very grateful. I felt quite alone, but it was all thanks to Kelvin. That was my very first time I tasted what it's like to be in an actual Rotaract family. And it's not like I want to be someone who wants to see a poster and thinks that, it's an interesting event and then just join half-heartedly. And that year, Kelvin's project, H2 Hope, the water filter project, won the Best International Service Project, and it just inspired me to be a director. And I have an idea that I've been dying to execute, and that was Unresolved, a murder mystery hunt. Well, executing the project is just a selfish idea of mine, but there was another thing that I wanted to do as well, which is to inspire others, to give them a taste of what I've tasted, the sense of family. So when I took up the directorship, I told myself that I would make sure to take very good care of those under my wing and make sure the new members don't feel neglected or alone. And I want them to feel they are part of something, a part of the family that can talk practically anything and share anything they wish. And I agree with Terence, especially with institutional-based clubs. There may be 100 members, but not all 100 members will be active members. And it's pretty common if they don't feel a sense of belonging, they'll just leave the club and join some other sports club. And I still remember that year, just to name a few, Melissa, Carmen, Jaden, David, the macho guy, and Guillen were some of my new members that were under my avenue. And I did the same thing. I nagged, I begged them, I pushed them, I joked with them. I did everything I could to break the ice. I brainwashed them how important it was to be part of the planning process in the committee, actually. Because only then you actually know what it's like to be a Rotaractor. It's a family. Till now, I still feel really blessed that I have such a committed committee behind my back, and the event Unresolved, to me, was a huge success. And certainly I was proud of my event Unresolved, but what made me most happy was when my members that were under my wing sending me thank you messages, like how they appreciated that they could talk to me without filters, how they are inspired to be a Rotaractor themselves, and even the members who could only think of going to the gym every single day state this in a post, that he felt the sense of belonging, a sense of what it means to be a Rotaractor, and even inspired him to be the next director for the next term. And that means a lot to me, and I'm a proud Rotaractor, I'll say. And I'm very, very happy to be a part of a change in someone's life. That's why Unresolved is the most memorable project. It's not the project itself, but the journey and the people in it. Thank you.
Thanks. That was a very great great sharing. I wasn't able to make it to Unresolved, but I have heard very good reviews of the event. So kudos to a job well done. Yeah, and maybe before we move on to the next question, I'll get somebody else to share again about their memorable project. Balvinder from Rotaract Club of Segi KL. Are you there?
Yes, Joshua. Hi.
Yeah. Hi, Bal. Do you
Yeah,
have
hi, Ron.
memorable moments in Rotaract?
I do actually. I have a lot of them, but I think so. The one that really changed, like the way I look at Rotaract, was KJ installation, the previous one.
Installation. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
The one you dance.
Oh yes. So I remembered, for me, Rotaract journey started 2 years ago when my best friend, still best friend, and I don't want to mention names here because I know she's watching and probably going to kill me after this, but never mind. So she talked to me about Rotaract and tell me to join. And I was like, okay, she promote Rotaract to me. And I was like, yeah, sure, let's join Rotaract and see what's all about. The next day she left the club. And I was like, what the hell? You tell me to join and you left? I was mad at her, man, like really mad. But then once I joined, I met my president, Clarice, at that time. And I met a lot of members. I went to a lot of project, a lot of event. They was all under REC Segi KL, REC Bukit Bintang, and also under Rotary Bukit Bintang. So I was very comfortable with all the people that I met because I know them. So the first event I went that was not my members only, like I met other members in other events also, like the one we host, but then I know most of them already know us, so I don't get very uneasy about them. But installation, KJ installation was one of the first event that I went that I was invited to go. I was not hosting, I was not put on to do something on the event, I was just a guest there. I was really nervous because I was very new to Rotaract. I was like, I don't think so people are gonna like me. I mean, like, I am a very loud person. So being quiet and sitting at the side is not kind of my vibe. So being at KJ installation, and then Calvin was like, before being to KJ installation, Calvin was like, hey Bal, I want to ask, are you okay to perform for us? And then I was like, yeah, sure. And I was like, am I ready to perform? I was like thinking. So I was like, it's okay, let's take the challenge and see what happens. So once Kelvin tell me about the installation and the time, we went there with my friend Clarice and one of the friend that left my club and surprised me there. Yeah, she came to KJ installation. So thanks to her that I'm still in the club. And actually, I also talked to my best friend, the one who left the club, and now she's back in our Rotaract club.
Awesome, awesome.
Yeah, she left and then she come back. That was the best part. So Kelvin was the reason. I was like, why is Kelvin telling me to perform? And I was like, okay, Kelvin, okay, fine, I'll do it. Just like, yeah, you're awesome, but you're the only one saying that, not everyone else. Yeah.
But you did perform pretty good, Val. Seriously. I'm pretty sure like those that went for KJ's installation, like everybody went wow when you started.
Yes. I mean, like after I performed, I mean, like everyone was like, whoa, he can perform. And I was like, oh my God. I feel like everyone knew me there, even though I was very new. And after the installation, I mean, like the second round, the party, like the connection, the bonding we have, I was like, oh my God, this is what friendship is all about. If this is Rotaract, I am glad I'm a part of it. And I'm not complaining until now. Hey, I'm good. And if anyone asks me like, what's Rotaract, man, I'd be like, hey, join. You'll have a journey of your lifetime by yourself. So don't ask me what's Rotaract. Come in Rotaract, experience yourself, then I'll ask you what you know about Rotaract. So yeah.
Great answer, Val. Great answer. Seriously.
Yeah.
You're the man. You're the man. Yeah, I've been hearing all this like about Kelvin, family. You know, Kelvin, like you, I gotta get you to speak up later. You know, man. Are you here?
I know, right? Yeah.
Are you still here, Kelvin? Yes, I see you. Okay, later you're gonna have to say something, man. Like all these people are talking about your name. All right, so going back to what Wei Ching and Val mentioned, like you guys kept on mentioning like about the sense of belonging, the sense of bonding. So maybe you can touch a little bit on like what other values that Rotaract may actually provide for those that have already been in Rotaract for quite a while. So for example, Lee Kun, like you have been in Rotaract for almost 8 years. You have been from Rotaract of ATC, an institutional-based club, and now you're in Rotaract of Ampang, which is a community-based club. So did you also stay because of the friendship, or is there something more, like some other added values in Rotaract?
To me, Rotaract actually offers me a platform to, firstly, it's a platform for me to develop my public speaking skill. And I actually do have stage fright, and trust me, I'm very nervous last night thinking of today, and as well as the opening ceremony and this workshop. Another thing is the Rotaract also offer me a platform to develop the leadership skill, the time management balance between Rotaract, work, family, friends is definitely a huge challenge to me. Aside all of that part is PD, professional development. The next one is the Rotaract has given me a chance to give back to community, the ComServe. And if you join Rotaract long enough, here comes the club serve and the international service. You'll know friends around the world, for example, Taiwan, where our sister district 3501 is, Philippines, Japan, Hong Kong. And I still remember I went to Taiwan a few years back, and I have Taiwan Rotaractors to pick me up from the airport, arrange my accommodation, plan for my itinerary, settle the transportation, and send me back to airport on the last day. with few extra boxes of souvenirs and snacks. So I guess the main reason why do I still stay in Rotaract even after graduating from ATC is mainly because of the friends, and the value that I gained from it is like, it gives me more than I expected when I started joining Rotaract. And the main reason I joined is because of the friends, and some of them are my best friends, some of them becomes my mentor, some of them whom I have no guilt asking for help, some of them are the reason I attend district event like DRC, DRA, and some of them are here with us. So yeah, so the people are the main reason why I still stay in Rotaract.
All right. Is that a similar reason for you as well, DRC Calvin? Or how you transition from Rotaract to Rotary? Like, I mean.
Okay. Transition from Rotaract to Rotary.
Yeah.
Interesting question. Okay, we'll go back to what earlier was that why we came up. We learned the values.
2008. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then you then get involved in this. Okay, I won't use that word. You get involved in this friendship that people tend to sometimes take for granted, but then it feels close to you, right? It's something you really treasure. Example of such, I mean, I don't want to name names because then people feel that I'm being biased, but you meet friends you're really close with, and you want to be with them the whole journey. You don't want to get left behind, you want to be with them. So after Rotaract, and when you graduate at 30, last time, of course, we'll touch topics about changes later. But at 30, when you graduate, it feels like, okay, your club does a very big graduation for you. You then, leave the club. Then you feel sad, you cry, you reminisce on memories. Then you see in front of you the opportunity to join Rotary, where you then understand that I can now have an opportunity to still be with you guys. But here's the problem. I'm 32, right? I'm going to join people who are 62. Do I think that that's a problem? To some, yes. It's very difficult. You are 28, 30, you join another club where they're all mainly 60, 50, 70, maybe even. But then again, you understand that by doing so, you then also continue being in it's like a WhatsApp group chat, right? Would you want to leave the group chat? I leave group chats often. Do you want to leave the group chat and not have information, or do you want to stay in the group chat and continue being part of it? So I guess the transition, is more like you join Rotary, whatever, okay, thin line, whatever problems you think you may face, that's that aside, but you still be part of the family. And one way or the other, yeah, and yes, CT, you're right. I do enjoy your company. The funny thing is now, after having left Rotary and being in Rotary, I actually experienced a different side of Rotary, which I never thought existed. Which actually is this, they actually party harder than us.
Really?
Yes. And this is very embarrassing, okay? It's really embarrassing because you would think as a Rotaractor, we have our Zoom up nights, our whatever you call those parties where you go and just have you create raves and stuff like that. Rotarians, well, I was in Manila last year in November. Kiran, I'm going to bring up the fact that you were dancing Bhangra the whole night long in Manila. But the point I'm trying to make is they do so you tend to then understand and try to appreciate. They are bad ones, they are good ones, but yes, Krishna's right. Rotary is fun, and you have to tell yourself, I want to be part of this because I want to still be part of the family. So don't take things personally. It's easy. It's easy. It's easy to be very personal and look at things on a very minute basis. But if you strongly believe in the value that Rotaract gives you, if you strongly believe in what you achieve and what you have gained from all this, then yes, you have that progression. The main point is continue to be in the family, and the family wants you. You never feel left behind. And even if the family leaves you, you make your own family love. You make your own small family and then just continue doing the good work that you've been doing so far. Yeah.
Good. Wow. Yeah, I think one of the points that you mentioned earlier, that I can quite relate to, which is talking to people that are way older than you. Like, I never expected that it would really help and really shape me in my career. Like, Rotaract really opens up that opportunity for you to talk with people that you don't normally talk to, interact, gain knowledge, and that is a personal value that I see in Rotaract as well. And moving on, maybe we can get Chester, who has been a district Rotaract representative and is already almost outgoing, to maybe share about her experience, or like what value that she has seen Rotaract offer her in her DRR journey.
Actually, all of you have already mentioned everything. I think one of the skills that I learned from Rotaract, especially during my DRR year, is time management. So being a DRR is not only I have to stay focused at work, spend time with family and friends, and also have to attend all the district events and also DRR visit. And yeah, in our district we have more than 30 clubs. So actually, thanks to MCO, that I can relax a bit, that I can do all the DRR visit through Zoom. Actually, during my DRR term, sometimes I do jealous like why the other members are so relaxed and they can go for a nice gathering or watch drama, but I have to finish off all the reports and before the deadline, attend all the meetings, not just Rotaract, but I also have to attend all the meetings involving Rotary and also Interact and also other planning stuff. And then, but I tell myself, yes, I can choose not to do it or give an excuse that I'm busy with work or study, or I want to go find boyfriends. So I can delay the deadline, or hoping that your president or other directors or the Rotarians, they can forget that I'm giving a task to do it. But I choose not to do that because I feel it's a wasting of time and I don't learn anything if I choose for a relaxed path. So I would say that if you are giving a task, don't treat it as a burden, treat it as an opportunity to learn. So when the chance is here, you are ready to grab it anytime. Luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. Don't rest when you still can walk further. Time wait for no one. Of course, other skills and also experience that you can get from Rotaract is as simple as how to write a meeting minutes, how to organize an installation dinner, how to raise funds from the public, or how to beg people to help you to do all the works for free, and etc. So actually, all these skills are very useful in our daily life because you will know when you step into working life. One day your boss will just ask you to go for a meeting with him or with the CEOs. Then they'll just ask you to write a meeting minutes, and then let's say if you can write the minutes on time and then it's quite efficient, your boss will have a different kind of perception to you compared to the other colleagues that who have no idea where to start, how to write the minutes. So yeah, you have to really get involved with Rotaract to experience it. Make full use of Rotaract platform, then you will be the outstanding one compared to the rest. Yeah.
Great. Yeah. Yeah, great sharing, Chester. I really like that part about the preparation meets opportunity. I believe that is so true. And actually, PDR Sanjeev actually asked me to maybe give an example of a past experience I had, and it was actually in APRC Phuket when I went for the first time. So this is kind of embarrassing, but I'm just going to share with you guys a little bit as well. So what happened over there is that there was this pretty cute girl, okay? She's Thai, and at that time I was super bad at all these pickup lines and things like that. So what actually happened, it's pretty funny. Sanjeev actually wingman for me, you know? He was like, okay, Joshua, you gotta do this. All right, now I'm gonna go over there, I'm gonna introduce her to you, and then you're just gonna say this. So like, yes, PDR Sanjeev. It was pretty experienced, pretty nerve-wracking, but it was quite a interesting experience as well. And you know, like in Rotaract, I think the one of the other biggest value is that it provides you a platform to fail in a way. Like you can fail without very big consequences, and you really learn from the mistakes. Yeah, so that's coming from me. Maybe you can get one or two more from the audience. Sashi, PP Sashi, maybe you want to share a little bit about what you've seen the value in Rotaract.
Before Shashi go on, Joshua,
Yeah.
the girl is single again. Just in case you know.
Oh, wow. You know better than me, yeah? Can. I'll try and contact her, but yeah.
A story that I've never heard of, Joshua.
Oh, yes, yeah, it was pretty embarrassing, man.
So what did you say? Did you speak in Thai or did you speak in English?
I said, Sawadee Kap, I like you. Nah, I'm just joking, man.
Nice. Have you met Joshua, guys?
Oh.
All right, so my journey or what I have to share is if I were to be honest, 60 to 70% of my character now was built from Rotaract. The leadership skills I've learned, working with people, because when I was in high school, I was sort of an introvert and all of my friends were guys. I hardly had any friends who were girls. And this could actually be quite a problem when you're coming to work with a team that involves both genders. And also when you have friends and problems and situations that you face, it's always good to know from both perspectives. So the more I spoke to all my friends, the more friends I got through Rotaract, I got to understand life coming from different people's point of views, because it's not always the same, right? What you go through may not be what somebody else goes through. So I've gained a lot of experience and speaking and learning about the lives of other people. That's when you kind of open up yourself to other people. When you share about yourself, people share about themselves. And that's how we actually formed a personal connection between all the members of Rotaract and took it from your own club and take it to the district. There are friends and there is family, and there are friends who become your family. So that's what Rotaract gave me. So, and I know a lot of them are in this call, so you guys know who you are. Cheers to that. And the way I speak now, being able to get rid of stage fright, being able to talk to a lot of people without hesitance, being able to organize projects. Once you've organized a certain amount of projects, you kind of know the standard procedures of what has to be there. And that's what you learn, project management. And it's pretty important, I feel, when you step on to further parts of your life, if you're a student or if you're a working adult. There's a lot to take away from Rotaract. You develop yourself professionally, you develop your club, you develop the community, and you go on to change the world.
Change the world, wow.
So that's all I have to say.
Great. So am I included in your friends that became family? Like, I'm just wondering, you know, like.
Do I make you part of my family?
Yeah, man.
Exactly. It's a feeling.
Alright, maybe we can get one more person to share about this, because I think we are running a little bit out of time. Maybe we can get Calvin Kui, since he was mentioned so many times previously. Maybe you can just give us maybe a short intro, like what's the value? Like, how do you inspire them? Not how, but like, you know.
Hi everyone. My name is Calvin from Rotaract Club of Kelana Jaya. Let's just start off with my view about Rotaract. I see it as a very beautiful thing, as it is a platform for us to meet people of like-minded. And what I like it the most is the endless opportunities and possibilities of Rotaract. So thank you, Wei Ching and Bao. You guys are really kind. One thing I actually enjoyed through my process of Rotaracting is, of course, I take pride in self-development and seeing growth in my team members as well. So I really agree with Ching Ching and Hui Ting that fellowship is really important. It's the starting ground of making great projects. And I also agree with a lot of points mentioned by previous speakers just now, Karen, Joshua, and Sashi, that Rotaract is really a good training ground that we can afford to make mistakes. It's a safe environment for growth as well. So Rotaract to me, in short, it's about growth and meeting people of like-minded.
Great
That's all
answer.
from
Very concise. I think you mentioned about Ching Ching as well. So maybe we can get Ching Ching to give her perspective on Rotaract value as well.
Okay, I mean, so many people have shared. I think they basically really mentioned all the values, but I think one thing I would like to emphasize is being in Rotaract because I've been in an interactor since high school, and like what Sashi has also mentioned, he has really shaped who is he now, and I think that Rotaract and Interact itself has also shaped who am I now. And one of the biggest values I've learned is be open-minded, keep an open mind all the time, because without being without having such an open mind, you will never be active enough to participate in activities, to talk to a stranger, to join a club where everyone there is someone you have not seen before, and then develop the bond and become friends and very close family like after that. And when you attend international activities, you have to have this open mind to be able to mingle around. And with this open mind, I believe all the benefits that you can actually get from Rotaract is endless. So yes, so I just keep it short here. Let's keep an open mind, and everyone, we can actually gain a lot from Rotaract itself.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing, Ching Ching. Yeah, so maybe now that most of you guys have a pretty big understanding of better understanding of what Rotaract is all about, maybe you can look into like what are the new changes that Rotary International recently just announced. I'll pass the floor to IDRR Lee Kun and DRC Calvin to maybe talk about what are the new changes that has been implemented from the Rotary International.
Yeah, the new changes introduced by RI is mainly to elevate the status of Rotaract in RI. So Rotaract is now a type of Rotary membership. The most notable change being the removal of the Rotaract upper age limit starting from 1st July 2020. So, however, our Rotaract and Rotary District has decided to cap the maximum at the age of 40. So now, instead of 30, you graduated after 30, now you graduate after the age of the 40. So meaning to say from July onwards, if you are 29, then 1st July onwards, you are still the Rotaractors until the age of 40. Second, starting from 1st July 2022, each member from a community-based club will have to pay dues of USD 8 and USD 5 for an institutional-based club member to the Rotary International per year. So this cost is to cover the additional support for Rotary clubs, and now Rotary clubs actually can take advantage of the products and services provided by the RI, such as the RI Rotary Online Learning Center will host a curriculum created by Toastmaster to improve the leadership and communication skill for all. So this one you can go to RI, and there's a link there you can click and you can access to the platform. So the third one, Rotaract can now charter its own Rotary club without having a sponsoring club. And of course, this must be subject to the approval of the district governor, the DRR, and the district Rotaract chair. So yeah, and how does the district react towards these changes? We understand that especially for the students, Rotaractors, it might be a small burden to pay the extra USD 5. So if a lot of you might know, the recent resolution actually increased the district dues, the Rotaract district dues from RM7 per head to RM ringgit, Malaysia 10 ringgit. So it is not possible for us to abolish the district dues because district dues are very important for the administrative purpose, to give a voting right to the club and to contribute to the district grants. So, however, what we can do is to propose to abolish the new resolution, maybe where the district dues is maybe decreased back to the usual one, which is RM7. So, of course, we can propose this during the district board meeting next term, the first one, and depends whether we can get the majority votes from the district boards, meaning include all the presidents, all the presidents. So these three main changes, this three main thing is the effort by the RI to elevate the status of Rotaract in the coming years as well. Maybe Kelvin Khoo can touch up a little bit on the things that I missed.
Right. This is an amazing opportunity I have right now to open a big can of worms that all of us are going to be happy to listen to. Okay, now moving forward, let's set a few ground rules. What Lee Kun has said is actually what RI has proposed, and yes, the district is looking into it. But I guess coming from my perspective, and having the opportunity to speak to all 100 of you today, including Rotarians alike, I think Rotaractors are now given the opportunity and chance to really decide for yourselves what is it that you really want out of this. Let me give you an example. RI has said that there is no longer an age limit for Rotaractors, which means once a Rotaractor, literally now always a Rotaractor. We had a task force, and I think Teo mentioned during the opening, I think Lee Kun has also mentioned as well, the district feels that the age limit should be set at 40, which means from the 30-year-old now, we're going to go to 40. And that is what District 3300 feels is appropriate and acceptable to everyone. And then moving forward as well, where Rotaract clubs can now charter their own Rotaract clubs, the district also feels that when we move on, institutional-based and community-based clubs are still allowed to charter, but the safeguard is with the governor, DRC, like what Lee Kun has said. Now, the reason behind that is because we feel that we do not want Rotaract clubs to start chartering on their own, and that responsibility comes back to the district. So now this topic, of course, the committee is meeting tomorrow, and the committee has selected a few representatives, of course, your DRR, your DRN, a few of the seniors, they're all in this committee, and we'll try to come out with a proper way forward. However, now given the opportunity to speak to all of you and to raise this issue, I hope that all of you can start thinking in a bigger perspective. The discussion going on, I'll take that on first, in the chat group now, is the issue of whether district will be charging dues to Rotaractors. If I were to look at it on a very big perspective understanding, Rotaractors will pay RI dues in 2021-22, which is, I think, next year, if I'm not mistaken. Am I correct? I think that's correct, right? Yes. So when that happens, you effectively are recognized as a member of Rotary International. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Yes.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. So it's 22-23, right? Okay. Yeah. So the question that you have asked yourself now is this: you are now a recognized member of Rotary International. What does that entail? What does that mean? And on that same understanding, would then the district be also allowed, and I'm talking about district, not the Rotaract district, I'm talking about the Rotary district, be allowed to charge a fee? Now, this may seem very heavy on a Saturday morning, but these are things we should need to think about, and we should be raised tomorrow in the committee meeting. Now, I'm putting it out here because I want all of us to really embrace and understand that these changes are not changes which you just take, adopt, and move on happily. These changes may or may not bring in itself challenges which we may not have seen. And I will think that in my capacity as the DRC, I hope that I can at the very least discharge my responsibility and inform this to all of you. All right, so think about that. Dues, what do these dues mean? What do these dues entail? What benefits you get from these dues, and what obligations are attached to these dues? That's one. Number two, age limit. What then do you do with age limit? Yes, Sanjeev brought up a very fair point earlier, way before we started this whole thing. If you have Rotaractors who are now 39 or 38, do they still qualify to be a DRR? Or would Rotaract, in essence, being a young club, which I agree, a young people club, do you limit the DRR-ship to someone who is just below 30? And the Rotaract District Exco, where do you want to stand in the coming 2 or 3 terms? I mean, as it stands now, the Rotary Exco is the Rotary Exco. Your Rotaract Exco, you do not stand alone. I mean, you have your entire ROS registration, yes, but your Rotaract Exco, what level or status do you want your Rotaract Exco to be at? Now, this is an opportunity, it's an amazing opportunity, because all of you will now be able to decide for yourselves. And the young ones here today, I think I see a lot of new faces that you guys are here, I've not seen you before. Don't take this lightly, because whatever decision that we make at a committee level, you have a say as well. And whatever decision that is being made moving forward from here, you guys will be the one. I mean, I'll be honest lah. I'm here for 1 term, and if I do a bad job, I may not even be here for the full term. So I can walk off, but you guys can't. Right? You guys are here for a long time. So, long story short, do embrace those changes, have a look at it, have a read of it, and really tell us what you think. I mean, if you need to contact anyone, I think Likun is happy and Joshua is happy to just give you our contact numbers. Just contact us, give us your views. Don't worry about, oh, I'm not sure if I'm saying the right thing. Doesn't matter. Just send us what you think, because we want to know what you feel, and then hopefully we come up with the best way forward for everyone, for Rotary, for Rotaract, and then eventually the dream is simple. Ultimately, we do not want a divide anymore. We do not want Rotarians to think Rotaractors are useless. We do not want Rotaractors to think Rotarians are just egoistic individuals. We want all of us to come together, sit at one coffee table, enjoy a good drink, and at the end of the drink, just say, goodbye, my brother, goodbye, my sister. I'll see you tomorrow for another drink. That's all we want. Yeah.
Great. Yeah, I think that was a pretty good answer. So all the Rotaractors that are present today, really try to think about it. If you have any suggestions, any questions, just feel free to contact me or the IDRR Likun. We'll be glad to answer your questions. So I think we have gone on a little bit long already. So I'm just I'm going to try and wrap up this whole session. For the questions that we didn't manage to answer, you guys can text me or IDRR Likun will try to answer you personally. So I think before we end this session, I just want to end it with this one thing lah. Like, now that you know the value and all of the differences of Rotaract with other organizations, how do you join Rotaract? And I think a very good way to answer this question is what Bal mentioned previously. I can't explain it to you. You have to join the events. And with that, Likun, do we have any upcoming events that these Rotaractors can actually join and participate in Rotaract?
Yeah, thanks for the questions, because I have a few on the list. Because due to the recent COVID-19 pandemic, right, it's safe to assume that the first 6 months of the next term, starting from July 2020, will be relatively quiet because of the ban of having social events and activities and gathering. So therefore, every club might have the tendency to push all the activities to next year. So next year, our Rotaract calendar will be very, very packed with the international service projects, community service project, as well as the 3 main district events, which is the District Rotaract Conference, District Rotaract Assembly, as well as the District Award Night. So my plan is to merge this all 3 together into a 2 days, 1 night conference event, weekend event. So training on a Saturday morning, followed by the DRA banquet dinner at night, and also the awards night at night, and a mini sport carnival on Sunday. So this 3 merged district event is tentatively to be held in May 2021, and will be open to all. The president, maybe later the president workshop, I'll mention a little bit more on the organizing committee. And of course, we still have the upcoming APRRC. I mean, some of you might not know what is APRRC, like what Joshua said, APRRC Phuket. This is actually an Asia Pacific Rotaract Regional Conference, which happened annually. And Malaysia managed to beat the venue, managed to help to hold this conference in Malaysia the upcoming term. And of course, due to the recent pandemic, we are still in the middle of like planning either to postpone or to maintain the date. So we'll have the details released very, very soon. Next, maybe I can have either Hui Ting or Wonky to explain a bit on the teaser on the IS International Service for the upcoming term.
Hi everyone. So Wonky and I will be the incoming district international service director. So just to update everyone here, due to COVID-19, these terms, as in under Chester's term, district Taiwan Goodwill visit has been postponed. So which our current IS Likun is working on it. And because of due to this postponement, we have already spoken with our sister district, the District 3501. So we are looking into new dates. So tentatively, the new will be merging. So it's as in since this year we are not able to make it. So we actually have talked to them, and they are actually agreed to host us in the coming year, which is under Likun's term. So which is a good news for us. So we'll be releasing the details soon, and the tentative date, if you guys want to note down, it would be on the 2nd of April. When Wonky, when what date?
Until 6th of April.
6th of April. So we will be releasing more details soon, and also for those who are interested to join this year as next year, as in 2021, will be a good opportunity. But we also will monitor the situation from time to time as because of the COVID. So this is our tentative plan, and also since we are under lockdown, and also early of the year, as just now Likun has mentioned. So early of the year, on the first half term of the year, we will look into some virtual activities together to also promote international understanding. Although we can't meet, but I think we can do it online as what we are doing now. So Wonky and I are looking into several ways to actually bond us together. So meanwhile, we'll keep you guys updated. So I think that's all for now. Wonky, anything else?
Yeah, I think pretty much the updates from Hui Ting itself. So we are just trying to look into various ways to see if how we can promote international understanding throughout this COVID-19 situation. So we will probably just plan to plan some virtual meetings with international Rotaractors, do some cultural exchange through meetings. So although we can't fly during this term, but we can bring you fly. So I think that's all from us.
Yeah. Yeah. Another thing. So for the new incoming term, we will also chat with the district secretary and Likun on the list of your club's international directors. So most probably we will open a WhatsApp group as well to loop all the IS directors in. So constantly we'll be sharing constantly on the updates from other country, other districts. If they have any events also, if we are good to join, we can also join them. So we'll keep you guys updated, and new presidents and secretaries also, please take note to give us the details. Yeah. Okay, I think I'm done, Nicole. Thank you.
And I think the last one, maybe can we have Kelvin or Jasmine, the incoming community service directors, to share the plans for the upcoming term? Briefly, a brief one.
As you all may have already know, our district did a virtual concert fundraiser, the Rotaract Online Festival, last 2 weeks to raise funds for the Orang Asal community in Hulu Selangor. And we are so thankful that with everyone's generosity and support, we managed to raise 20,912 ringgit 50 cents. We are also very happy that we can receive the matching funds from the Rotary. This project was a crossover project between the outgoing and incoming district Rotaract Expo team as a heads up for our upcoming term. And my friend Kelvin here and I will be the incoming community service director. And we have both decided that our team for our upcoming term is to focus on the Orang Asal community. So we have 2 major plans in mind, which is to raise funds to build a home for the Orang Asal, and the targeted amount will be around 80,000. Or we will adopt an Orang Asli village and provide funds and volunteers for maintenance of the village, such as painting the houses, providing them with basic necessities, and so on. So along the term, we will be organizing fundraisers to reach our target, and all Rotaract clubs are welcome to join us to raise funds together to achieve this common goal together. Kelvin, do you want to add anything?
Hi, so just to echo from Jasmine, so 80,000 is a huge ambition goal. So we need all the help we can with all the community service directors of all the clubs from District 3300 to submit your ideas to us, and let's try to hit this goal of 80,000 by early next year, yeah, if possible. Yeah. So we will do the same as IS. We will create a WhatsApp group as well to further engage with you guys. That's all from me.
Thank you guys for sharing. For all of the Rotaractors, thank you once again for joining us this morning. For any questions we did not get to answer, you guys can text in the group, or you can either text me or Lee Kun. We'll try to answer you guys personally. And with that, I think I will see you guys in the next session. All right. Thank you guys for joining Rotaract 101. I hope you guys get something out of it, understand a little bit more of Rotaract. If you like anything I had to say, please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time, which is PM later. All right, for the president session. See you guys.